As a restaurant chain, Chipotle should have a standing plan for communications in the case of an outbreak of E. coli or another foodborne illness. The risks of contamination are so high that the organization should know how to handle a situation should an outbreak occur. In 2014, Chipotle was faced with an extreme outbreak, with stores on the West Coast experiencing an E. coli outbreak and more than 120 students at Boston College getting sick with norovirus after eating at a restaurant on campus. Although Chipotle was responding to consumers on social media and eventually issued a full-blown apology and promised to make their restaurant safer, in the early stages of the crisis, some experts claimed that the company was not proactive enough in their response. Chipotle issued brief statements saying that stores would be sanitized and employees tested for illness, but they were not very transparent in these processes or the cause of the outbreak. Although it can be hard to determine specific cause without providing consumers some context, Chipotle was hard-pressed to convince consumers to return to their stores. They were also not posting on social media about the outbreak and solution or proactively reaching out to their customers, instead just responding to complaints made to them via social media. Instead, they were also running promotions trying to convince customers to purchase more food from them without providing specific information about the safety of that food. At one point, Chipotle's co-CEOs made competing statements about the incident. One discussed the CDC's monitoring protocols and blamed other people for the incidents, while the other purchased an advertisement in order to make an apology and provide customers with context for their plan to increase safety plans in stores, ensuring a safe and healthy experience for those customers. Eventually, this conflict led to one co-CEO stepping down, but in the interim, it made it hard for a loyal customer to understand where the organization stood in the crisis. Although some of their communication certainly fell short, Chipotle did close stores where there were outbreaks and make sure that consumers in those regions understood that their restaurant was clean and back open for business once ready. They also closed for a common lunch period in all stores in order to run an employee training that they publicized to their publics. By closing stores, they were able to provide clear proof that they were sanitizing restaurants and give consumers some peace of mind. This campaign was not effective in easing consumers' fears and convincing them that eating at Chipotle was safe for them in the long run. Many customers did not go to Chipotle for a while after the outbreak, even in states and locations not affected by either the norovirus or E. coli outbreak. It took Chipotle a long time to earn the trust of their publics again. In the long run, though, I don't think that the outbreak or the inadequate campaign cost Chipotle much business. Even customers that did take a break from the restaurant have returned for the most part, and their sales continue to grow. Moving forward, I'm sure Chipotle has updated their standing PR plan so that it is ready to use and hopefully more effective should another virus impact their customers.